Hey, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Tim.
And today will be all about you.
Again,
because you moved to the Netherlands.
And I stayed in the Netherlands.
And you stayed in the Netherlands. So I would like to know why you moved and why you stayed.
I think you already know.
Well, besides staying here for me.
Oh.
So let's go. So you moved here 8 years ago?
Almost 9.
Almost 9 years ago. That's quite long, right?
2011 in the summer, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, can you just give us, maybe you have 11 reasons why you moved and stayed here? That would be interesting.
Reasons.
I would like to hear. And I would like to hear your reasons as well. Do you agree with Tim in this video? Or do you have other reasons why you wanted to stay here?
Or maybe you have also reasons why you didn't stay.
Oh, that would be interesting as well. Yeah, we'd like to hear those as well. So leave a comment down below, like the video, and if you're new, then subscribe to the channel because we have Dutch culture videos, Dutch food, comparing Dutch and American culture, Dutch and German culture. We have it all. And we have travel videos.
We have it all.
So subscribe, push the button, and yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Share your story.
Number 1 was actually also my initial reason to come here. And I've already said that in the previous video. It was of course because of the education system and the quality of the education. And the possibilities, of course. I wanted to study in a certain direction, and it was not really possible for me to do that in Germany.
Yeah.
And the university was only 40 minutes from my parents' house, which is in Germany. So that's also crazy close, actually. But it was not a reason for me. I would have traveled all over so if I had to, but
Yeah, nice.
Number 2, there's also a great atmosphere amongst students and pupils and everything that's in education. Also like elementary schools and the children are supposed to be the happiest in the world according to studies.
Yeah, I heard that.
So, and I've seen quite a lot firsthand because of your nieces, and you also work in education, you work in elementary school. And I've seen the differences between the elementary schools and schools in general. In Germany, where I came from, it's so different and so modern and progressive, and they use a lot of new
in Germany
media.
Or here? Here,
yeah,
I
of
know.
course.
You just said.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, you said Germany.
Germany is
a little behind.
Yeah,
maybe.
in some things.
In some things, not in all things.
They
but
take a lot to
system.
accept and implement new stuff. Maybe also because of bureaucracy, I have no idea, but or maybe it's also because of the mentality. I don't know. I'm not an expert on Germans.
Well, you're German.
Yeah, but not on German history and German mentality. I have no idea. No. Number 3, the people and the mentality here. People are super open, tolerant, accepting, especially also super accepting of people belonging to the LGBTQ plus community as well, which is also quite important for me in the beginning because I was also still in the process of accepting my part in it. So yeah.
And we were the first country, of course, that had gay marriage.
Yeah. 2001. It's almost 20 years ago.
And Germany?
There's a whole generation now that never knew any other way, so that's really special.
And Germany followed like 16, 17 years later? Yeah.
I think Germany was only like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. To each their own. But yeah, that's why I do get why you say that it feels more open to...
And here it feels also more normal. There's also, of course, there's a lot of also like special parties or events for the community. But also it feels like you can go to any party and also be open there, and you can also meet someone there, and everybody accepts it and nothing is weird about it. And yeah. It's totally normal.
True.
At least for most people. There are always exceptions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. There's a lot of... There's a road to go.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
We are not there yet.
Also in the Netherlands. Definitely.
I've said it kind of before, but the supermarkets are great. Back then it was also because it was super convenient for me because of all the prepared food and because I don't have to chop anything.
That was your student video, your first week video.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen his first week in the Netherlands video, then check that one out as well.
Yeah. But I love them because they have a nice availability of products and the service is great. And I love that you have self-service as well. You can do self-checkout and your own pace, and you can put it in your bag while you go, and it's really easy. I've actually discovered this one already during my studies, because it was also kind of a work together environment, but it's not really work. But when I started working for a side job, and now that I started working full time after I graduated, I really appreciate the work atmosphere and the way Dutch people work together. Because from Germany, I'm really used to there being a strict hierarchy and being like very formal to people being on a higher position or something, and I really don't like that. And here it's more like team oriented, and you're like on the same level, and everybody can talk to everyone, and there's always an open door, and
we don't have hierarchy that much. Of course, there's always the boss and the manager and whatever.
But you always use the first name. And in Germany, you wouldn't.
And you are always
last name and oh yeah, sir, Mr. whatever.
Yeah, we don't have that here.
Yeah,
no. And you're always, even if it's your boss, and you have to have respect for your boss.
Of course, you still have respect. It's your boss.
But you can always have a discussion. If you don't agree with something, you can always, in a respectful way, talk about it. There's less hierarchy here in the Netherlands, definitely.
Yeah, and the working together and the efficiency and team orientation is really nice.
Yeah.
And what I also love about it is that they have a great social system and like social security for health and work. I experienced it firsthand, and I had to make use of quite a few facilities in the past, and it worked really well for me. And there was like a really nice like safety net, and it was really amazing. When I heard stories from Germany, then for example, or I would ask someone or my parents or whatever, what would happen in that situation if I would have been in Germany, and when I heard that story, it was like, oh, I'm really lucky that I'm not in Germany anymore. Number 7 is really important for me, and I'm really glad that it's like this. People are very open to new cultures and new languages because it's such a small country, and there's a high proficiency of English. I think it's even the highest proficiency in all Europe of a non-English country, so even higher than Scandinavia. And I always thought Scandinavia was super, but the Netherlands are apparently even better. And of course, everything is subtitled and it's in original English cinemas and everything. In Germany, everything was dubbed, and I hated that at a certain point when my English level also increased. And I always loved English, and I loved languages, and I wanted to improve my English, and at a certain point it wasn't possible anymore for me, at least not on the level I wanted it to be.
It always also
so feels... I did a lot myself.
Yeah, but when you listen to the German TV shows, it always sounds like it's one person doing all the voices.
Yeah, there's weird stuff going on. It's like one voice does different people.
Yeah.
But also the same voice, like also there's like certain voices that are always for a very famous actor. They always does the same.
And because of the Dutch subtitles, you learn English from a young age.
At least you get used to hear it.
Yeah.
Still, a lot of people always use subtitles because they are used to it.
Yeah, but that's fine. But you will passively learn the language already.
Oh yeah, of course. You hear how it sounds.
Yeah. So that's very important. Yeah.
This country is very modern. And that's what I really love about it, and what I always hated about Germany, and that hasn't really changed until now. It's like every time I go there, I make the joke I'm now going to the past, 10 years back. Always kind of feels like it.
It sounds a little bit like you're bashing your home country in this video.
No, there's also a lot of stuff I like.
Okay, that's good.
But it's also one of the reasons I
stayed here. Yeah.
And I would want to go back, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't like to go back to the past?
I could imagine to go to another country, but I don't really would like to go to Germany. At least not in a rural area, maybe like in a bigger city. I love Berlin, by the way. I love Berlin. I could maybe imagine to live there. What's actually really convenient, sometimes it feels weird that it's such a small country, but it's also super convenient because you can go everywhere quite easily. Nothing, at least from where we live in the east of the country, nothing is further away than 2 hours. And even Amsterdam is only like maybe 1.5 hour max with
Max.
everything.
Yeah.
Like driving there, parking the car, and taking the tram into the city or whatever. It's 1.5 hours and you're there. And you're in a world city, in the capital of the country. And of course we have a lot of airports close by, which is really nice for traveling.
I don't have much to say in this video because I agree with him on a lot, so I just nod along. I hope you don't mind.
Why are you here?
I don't. I'm just here to keep him company. Otherwise, he would be so alone.
I think I've already kind of said it before, but there's no need for me to go back to Germany. I have a lot of reasons to stay here, and I have a lot of reasons not to go back. And also, if I want to go, it's only half an hour for me, and I'm in Germany, and it's less than an hour to see my parents, and 1.5 hours for the rest of my family. So my brother lives even further away than my parents, and she lives in Germany, so that really doesn't make a difference.
No, that's true.
And of course, I love the difference in like how the country looks, the architecture, the houses, especially older ones. I love that. Not only in Amsterdam, but also in other old cities. Yeah, it's really nice. And also, there's a lot of water, like rivers and canals and lakes and ponds
And beaches.
and beaches. Love that as well. I love water. Yeah.
Okay, well, those were 11 reasons to stay.
Yeah.
Do you have like maybe something you forgot?
Yeah, it's also on my list. It's a bonus thing. Yes. Of course, I also stayed for love. What's that? What does that mean? I don't know.
Well, we have to talk about what love means. If you agree with Tim on why he stayed in the Netherlands, then let us know down below. If you don't agree, we'd like to know as well. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We'll see you very soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.